So welcome back to some more MX versus ATV Supercross Encore. Today we are going to check out the 2017 Minneapolis Replica track. I have minimal time on it like usual, but it seems like a good solid track. Not my favorite, but decent. Again, I'm playing it on PC this time because at the time of recording this, it wasn't out for PS4. It is now, but I didn't feel like going back and redoing it since I already had it done. We're going to do 5 laps, counting the realistic one. And then also there's a section where you can quad, and I'll show you that too, but it's not a full lap. So let's jump into this, starting with the first lap. Okay, so here we are. This is 2017 Minneapolis Replica track, and it's good. It's not my favorite again, but it's decent. Here is the section where you can quad double. The triple is a lot more consistent for me, so that's what I stick with, minus showing you at the end that you can quad double it. And then this section coming up is where there's a lot more rhythms than I thought there was through here. This one's pretty standard. I think that's what a lot of guys are going to do, at least at the beginning. It just seems like the most obvious way through it to triple out. And then there's a really big sand section here that's really cool. It's kind of nice this time that the sand section isn't into a big jump or something. It's just into the whoops, which isn't too bad. But you do want to get a good preload, otherwise you can sink down into them. And that basically will wrap up this first lap here. Alright, so lap number 2, there really is not much difference here. You'll notice everything else is the same as the first lap was. The only difference really is in that back rhythm section, which we'll talk about when we get there. And here, this triple, it's really easy to get. You really don't... I had to preload in. Maybe you can get in without preloading, but it was a little tough for me to do that. Go over the dragon's back, and then we kind of ride up the top of that one, then double off, and then double out. I don't think that's faster. That's just kind of another alternate line you could do if you mess it up or something, but I don't really think that one's faster than the tripling out. So I want to throw it in there because it's an option, and then we don't get a preload through here. So wow, see, you kind of, those whoops can really eat you up if you don't get a good preload, or if you miss your preload, or just, I don't know, they're actually kind of tough, especially coming out of the sand like that. Alright, so these next 2 laps are pretty similar. They're different than the first 2 in the fact that we go about that back rhythm section a little bit different. I don't really know what's faster, because again, I haven't ran any race or anything, so I don't really know if it is faster. It feels faster. It feels like it could be faster, especially this lap. So we're going to go over the dragon's back, kind of double off this one, and then we're going to triple over it and land on top, and clip a little bit, but you're still carrying a lot of speed, and that's a lot quicker, I think. Might not be as quick through the rhythm section itself, but that exit is so much quicker. So again, I need to run it in a race because I really don't know. Go through the whoops, and then that'll pretty much wrap up this lap. But I think we get what we want without having to cut anything here. We'll jump right into the next one, which is very, very, very similar to how we did this last lap here. And again, it all comes down to the rhythm section. Basically what we're going to do is, instead of trying to triple out, we're going to double out over the corner. Like basically kind of cut the corner. And it's a lot smoother, a lot more consistent, I think. Easier for me to get, at least, because I'm not a super consistent guy. But I don't think it's as fast. Especially having the double like this. Because, I don't know, it's just not, it doesn't feel as fast. It still feels fast, but not quite as quick as the last lap. So again, I'll have to do it in a race or something and see, you know, try and string all the lines together and see what's faster and what's not. I don't have enough time on the track to be able to confidently say that that's definitely a faster line or that's definitely not a faster line. Okay, and here we're gonna hit the quad double. It's not terribly hard to hit. It might be just a smidgen faster, but I don't think it's a ton faster. And for this last lap, we're going to do what we have been doing, the more realistic line. This one was really tough because the section with the dragon's backs in them, it was really tough to do in this game. It's just not really made to do that with Supercross Encore, but realistically, I think what they're going to do, well, they'll hit that triple, the standard triple. I think they'll double here. They'll kind of ride up the top of this one and then maybe ride up the top of this one, drop down, and either double single or triple out. Or they'll double off that second dragon's back. I don't really know. We'll have to see because the tracks have been a little bit different. Like Arlington last week was a little different than it was in the game. They took out a few sections. Like I really thought it would have been cool had they had that dragon's back double out of the whoops, but I'm guessing it was a little bit tough for them to do because they would have had to slow down for that probably.